All right, we're recording. Curtis, how you doing, man?
Good, Taylor. Thanks for coming to meet with me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I'm
you.
excited to sit down with you guys and
Yeah.
see what's going on. So,
Cool.
Tell me about your business. I've seen some of the cool shelving stuff you do, but
Yeah.
other
So
than that, I don't know a whole
Monkey
lot.
Bar Storage, we basically sell monkeys in bars, and
Dope.
yeah,
Barrel monkeys kind of deal, or what?
yeah, but live. So what they do is you keep them in your garage, and they organize your stuff.
Dope. Are they the
Just
NASA
kidding,
monkeys
no.
going on?
So yeah, we're basically garage storage shelving. So monkey bars, but you
Yeah.
can put it up in your garage and still park underneath it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're a part owner in this, right?
Yep. So me and another buddy started this in this area. It's been growing. We basically online sales and get information, and then that develops leads, and we go and sell in this area.
Cool.
We're kind of just in the Rexburg area, Madison County, but we're looking to expand.
That's fun, man. So was this your idea, or was it with your partner, or
Yeah, me
how did
and
this come about?
we both have wives that have way too much stuff. So
I hear
one day, yeah, we created some shelving and started putting stuff up, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. And we started doing that, and cabinets and everything else we can to kind of help you be more
Yeah.
efficient in your storage.
You say your variety is crazy for you to do even the flooring. That takes a lot of contractor licensing. So that's awesome. You guys are expanding so much.
No, exactly. Well, we're trying to.
Yeah, I was going to say, so that's your vision, right? You guys are looking to just grow. Take
Yep.
this to what? What's your 5-year plan for right now?
Ultimately, the way we kind of work, it's kind of like a franchisee type thing.
Okay.
So we call those our dealers, and we have a few dealers in other areas in Idaho. We have one in Utah, where we want to find more dealers that, hey, here's our equipment, here's our system, here's our trucks, and that they can go and sell and expand. That's how we've kind of been expanding.
Okay.
But for us as management and us as owners of the company, we're having a hard time, I guess, tracking not only our salesmen, but tracking the information we're getting online, finding out how we can use that information to market, and also how we can use that to help our dealers, but also grow to have more dealers so we can expand.
Gotcha.
So that's why we came to you. We know you guys are like the best in the business in customer relationship management. There's definitely other people in CRM that we're planning on talking to, but we want to talk to Salesforce first because you're the top. So
we appreciate that. Thank you. So I guess if just kind of pre getting to know kind of your issues that are going on, if you were to find some kind of a value with this that is able to benefit your sales and your projected growth, is that something that you would be willing to really sit down and look at our presentations?
Yeah.
And even
we
go with our company?
Exactly. If we could find a way that it makes sense to help us expand, help us not only increase our productivity, but increasing productivity helps increase revenue and cut costs. Right now, I feel like we're more juggling than actually, and lots of times as me and my partner, we end up being firefighters. We're always putting out fires and managing a lot and doing a lot of micromanaging. So it's hard. We haven't been able to step back and kind of let the system run itself.
Yeah, for sure. So what areas are you really struggling with the micromanaging? Are you issues with keeping up with the sales team and all their data, or what is it that you guys are having?
The biggest thing is, let's say someone comes on our website, gives us their information. We kind of have like a Google Doc, like, hey, this salesman is going to check up on this.
Gotcha.
Sometimes we have multiple salesmen stop at the same door within the same week.
Oh, okay.
We get some fun Yelp reviews about that. and it's just, we need to be able to track the status of a sale or a lead, and be able to track our our salesmen and how they're doing and their performance,
Yeah.
and be able to, as a manager or as my other dealers out there, be able to manage and say, okay, this salesman is doing this is good, or this is bad. And then also use that information that all these salesmen are gathering every day to help us market.
Gotcha. So I guess with looking at that and how sporadic all your salespeople are, do you feel like you guys have your own goals of projected growth right now, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel, are you guys able to meet those goals with the system and how sporadic your salesmen are?
The system we're doing right now, we would not be able to meet our goals. That's why.
So what does that do into your overall revenues and your?
It's just keeping them basically stagnant. Right now we've plateaued. Okay. So right now we just kind of staying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get too specific with your numbers, but how far below your ability to reach your goals would you say you are percentage-wise?
We would like to double our sales.
Okay. That's where you're thinking you could absolutely be with your production
in the next
and all that
year,
stuff.
And then and if we could keep that momentum, I could see us. I mean, especially venturing into other markets, we could grow quite a bit. Gotcha. Because our growth here in the Rexburg area has been great.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's growing good in Rexburg, imagine what it'd do in certain places in Utah, or
Yeah, absolutely. There's endless possibilities there.
Exactly.
So are you feeling like you guys are kind of overstaffed with, like, you're able to do so much production, so much more now? You're saying just a second ago that you're able to grow a lot right now. Do you feel like you've got too many people that they're just kind of stagnant as well?
I wouldn't say we have too many people.
Okay, that's good.
No, we just, I feel like we got, I just say the productivity of the people we have has been lower than what we'd like to see.
Gotcha.
And lower than what our sales projections, in order to make those sales goals, it's lower than what it needs to be.
So I know like their productivity is pretty low. Do you feel like that's kind of affecting their workplace, like the work environment? Do you think they're kind of like, I don't want to go to work?
That's why. Well, not even that, but that's why our phones are ringing off the hook.
Gotcha.
And then as me and my other buddy who are owners of the company,
yeah. So it's taken away from your time because you're having to answer these phones. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just kind of going to sum up what you're saying is you've got a lot of opportunity for growth with even the guys that you've got.
Yep.
They could be doing a lot more, and it's getting kind of boring for them. And then you guys are a little behind. You know that you can grow a lot more.
Yep.
So kind of going back to that first question, I know that with the ability to keep track and organize all the data for you, if we were able to help you reach that double your sales goal or sales that you're at right now, would you guys want to work with a contract with us?
Yeah, if we can, definitely. If we could double those sales projections, we're trying to find how to do that. So absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'd be able to get your guys up there, get the production going, and I know we can get you to where you guys know you can be. So let's set up a little presentation. We'll get you and your partner in there too. And
perfect.
If you guys have any but other managers you want in there.
Yeah.
Kind of help make sure everybody's on board. Go and plan for that for say like end of the week.
Yeah, let's do it. Sooner the better.
Awesome. Okay, we'll get that going.
Thanks
Taylor. Curtis.
Appreciate it. Recording?
Go on.
Taylor?
How you doing?
Curtis Hill, how are you?
Good. Good to meet with you.
Yeah, I know we talked over the phone a little bit.
Yeah.
So, how was the drive up here? Things all good?
Oh, I hate driving.
Oh yeah, good thing we're Enterprise. We'll pick you up, right?
Perfect. I like shuttles.
Oh, good. So I got a little bit of a confession to make. So smart home automation. You definitely got me, my wife, and my in-laws. So we can't go anywhere without checking that app, seeing if our front door is locked or the doorbell camera. So
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. It's a fun technology. My wife, she goes crazy about it too. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, man.
Yeah, no, it's good. Plus, I get to see everything my wife buys on Amazon. Get to talk to the guy at the door.
More hidden packages.
No, exactly. How long have you been with Smart Home Automations?
You know, I've been there since pretty early on, almost the beginning. Okay. So my buddies were the ones that started it up, and then I just graduated and gotten a degree in finance. And so we just kind of worked out. I'm the CFO now, and I'm working up there with them. Awesome. Sorry about that. Got things to take care of.
Yeah, you got a little boy. That's awesome.
Yeah, wife had to bail, so I get to watch him here at work. That's awesome. Pretty fun.
My wife and I are expecting a little girl, but
are you? Yeah. Congratulations.
Life's about to change.
It does. It's fun.
Well, good. Well, you obviously called this meeting for a reason.
Yeah.
And so in our email, we talked about a lot about your business, how you guys are looking to expand, but you guys are killing it right now. I mean, you're on top of the pack.
It's been fun, man. We've been pretty lucky and been moving along. So,
what have you guys been using for your kind of fleet services? Because I assume, in what you're saying, you have a lot of vehicles, and
yeah, we do. So we've got over 200 right now.
Whoa!
For the entire. So we're in like 15 different locations, and so I mean we're just slammed. But we actually own all of them outright. So every location that we go to, we actually purchase them there.
Okay.
In the location. That's part of the whole setup process.
Do you guys, and that means you probably have really good relationships with your dealers. Do you guys have purchasing managers, or is that kind of something that?
So it's something that each manager kind of just takes care of when they first get going. And then if they have issues, then they just kind of take care of it as they're going, you know?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Cool. So how many cars you got right now?
We have 200. I know, it's pretty intense.
I mean, okay, Enterprise, we're the largest purchasing of automobiles in the country, but you guys might be a close second. That's a lot of vehicles.
Maybe in your first year.
Yeah. So you guys are working through getting good deals, and also you're as the CFO, you're tracking the depreciation and trying to sell at the best time to make the most money back.
Yeah, we kind of try to set up processes right at the beginning when we get them. So really, it's like we put a lot of it on our managers.
Okay.
So not only are they having to track, like you watch maintenance, you have to keep a schedule going for that. Mm-hmm. You also have to have make sure that you've always got your vehicles like running.
Right.
And then they have to make sure that we're not getting screwed over with depreciation.
No, dude, I understand. That's part of our whole business too. So I can actually say I've been in your shoes. So
well, good.
So you guys are wanting to expand. What's this big expansion?
We're looking to double what we got. So
like 400 vehicles. So you're needing like 200 more vehicles.
We'll need another 200 here soon.
Like all at once?
As we grow. So, I mean, within like 2 years, we'll be doubled what we're at right now.
Okay.
As far as locations and vehicles and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get a couple of pitches from people and see what's going to be more worth it for me.
Perfect. So, I mean, obviously as the CFO, you have goals, revenue goals, things that you want to change.
Definitely.
With your current, how you guys have been purchasing your fleet outright, do you see basically doubling your fleet and purchasing the same way you've been doing? Do you see that as the best possible route to kind of meet your financial goals?
I mean, we've made it work.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know.
What is your hope in meeting with Enterprise then?
I just wanted to hear your pitch and see if you guys are going to be able to be more beneficial to us value-wise. Okay. Like if you guys are going to save me money or what you guys could really offer with it.
Okay. So you're wanting to double your fleet. You want to save money.
Yep, pretty much.
Perfect. Okay. Well, so some of the things you brought up, it sounds like you guys run pretty smooth. Just from man to man here, from me running fleets and things, let me see if I understand what you're kind of going through as a CFO. So you have managers purchasing cars, and you're also tracking the depreciation. You're making sure that smart home automation is trading with the right time for the taxes, everything like that. So you're managing all the financials of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Who's managing, I guess, expenses? Because I assume you're paying. I mean, what kind of expenses are happening with your vehicles?
Each location, their manager pretty much they're in charge of that. They're in charge of all the maintenance, scheduling, and all of that stuff. And so we just make sure they know they have to stay on top of it. Okay. And so, all right.
So perfect. So you delegate like a pro. So you got your managers taking care of the expenses. Have you had to kind of be on top of them to keep their expenses low? All over the country, have you seen issues with your expenses getting too high because of your fleet?
You know, the hard part is I feel like it's kind of just different all over the place.
Okay.
That's the worst part of it. They kind of have their own expense goals that they've had to set. So the frustrating part for me is always having to find those averages of each one, because, I mean, we go to the ones in Arizona and it's freaking high. And then we go over into Utah and they're kind of balanced out, and same over in Nevada. So, I mean, it's a big variable to us.
Why would you say they're higher in Arizona than in Utah?
I think it's just their market.
Okay.
I don't know. They just charge more down there, I guess.
Or maybe traveling more. I mean, is the wear and tear on those vehicles different throughout all regions?
Not entirely. Everybody's around 150 miles.
Okay.
I mean, I thought Utah drivers were worse than Arizona drivers, but maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe they're the ones that are driving crazy.
Cool. So other things with fleet, how do you guys purchase, your tires? I'm sure that's definitely a cost as well.
Yeah. Most of what we try to do is stick with dealerships, like the dealership. So if we bought from Chevy, then we go and say, hey, Chevy, we need some more tires from you. But a few of our guys have gone and made a little better contracts down at like Big O and stuff like that.
Cool. And last thing, and you'll have to tell me, and probably maybe we'll want to bring somebody else into this whole conversation further on, because I know you handle the numbers, but with the management side, have you guys, when you have breakdowns and things, is it causing your guys to not be working as much? Is it kind of wasting their time? How is their productivity going?
Some of the guys, or some of the locations, I have heard that there are a little bit of issues when there's breakdown, or we're in between replacing a vehicle that just went out to buying a new one. Because again, it's the manager's job to go out and try and work that deal with the dealership.
Right.
And so I have heard of a few issues like that where it's like, man, we've been stuck. We haven't been able to get to some of our sales. And so just kind of shot a couple of them in the foot.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's break this down as simply as I can.
Yeah.
You got
like simple.
Yeah. So your whole idea is, if I get this straight as the CFO, is you want your revenues to go up, you want your expenses to go down, which is going to cause your net income to go up.
Ultimately, that's what everybody wants.
Okay. So we talked about a few issues, recapping them. Let's just start with revenues, the last one you talked about. With vehicles breaking down, it's causing the people that drive revenue to not be driving revenue and instead working on finding a way to drive their car because it's broke. So if we could pull that out of the equation so that we took the management of always having their cars going, and that was off of their managers. Could you see that improving revenue in your company?
Yeah, definitely. I could see it streamlining quite a bit more.
That's just a small part of the pie that we want to do for you guys. The next things that we went over, I think maybe fall into the expense category. You were talking, just to recap, you're always measuring the depreciation, making sure you sell the cars at the best optimal time. That's you managing a lot of that. I'm sure you're very good at it. If we could take that off and have us manage that for you, would that give you, I guess, help you sleep better at night, knowing that, that's something you don't have to add in taxes?
It would be nice, because then it would just take that off my plate and let me focus on the other issues that I don't sleep over.
Perfect. And that's the last thing I wanted is, let's say some of those other issues that you brought up are, hey, my managers are the ones handling all their expenses. And then you said you have to get onto them a bit.
Yeah.
Those expenses fall into oil changes, tires, things like that, insurance expenses. With us basically managing and giving you a fleet, it would take out those expenses. So in a nutshell, if we could increase your revenues by keeping your guys on the doors more, and decrease your expenses by putting that all on us because we're taking care of the fleet we give you, and having a fleet always ready to go, would that benefit your company in a way that would make you want to, I guess, double your fleet with a lease system versus buying all the time?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I want to get my partners in here on, and I think it's something I want to try and push with them.
Perfect.
We'll sit and listen to you a little bit more and see what other things you guys can offer.
I got a memo written up that I just wanted to basically send to you, and also my other fleet managers, that we can showcase some vehicles for you. Who do I need to CC from your company that you would want at this meeting?
I'll send you the email with all of our emails on it.
Okay.
And then we'll get you guys in here. What about 2 days?
Perfect.
You guys do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You don't like to drive,
No.
and part of our showcase is we're Enterprise. We'd like to pick you guys up, so we're going to bring some of our vehicles. Will that work?
Yeah, you put me in a Mercedes, I'll be happy.
Oh, you want to go in Mercedes?
I want to go in style.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect.
Thanks, Curtis.